I got this dresser for $30 at Habitat for Humanity. This dresser has solid bones, but lots of scratches, and it needs a lot of prep work. It has this beautiful hardware, but it's very outdated, so that is going to be replaced. I am going to give it a very good clean, lots of sanding. The dresser has a beautiful veneer top that I want to keep, a wood color, and I am definitely going for a modern look on this makeover. Cleaning furniture is a very important step. And for cleaning, Krud cutter is my best friend. It's been with me for years. There's new products on the market, but I stay loyal to Krud cutter. And no, I'm not sponsored by Krud cutter. I just genuinely love it. And now it's Bondo time. So for this, I am going to put my mask on because it smells really bad. And I am going to mix just a little bit and then keep mixing up some more because Bondo hardens up so fast and I find myself wasting lots of materials. So I will mix a little bit, close some holes and just keep going like that. And when everything is dry, I'm going to sand it off nicely. The first Bondo is sanded and I'm actually going to put another layer of Bondo, and that is because so many times when I close the holes on the doors and the doors with Bondo, once I sand it and I paint over it, I can still see existing holes where they were. It's like Bondo dips in and you can still see it when you get closer, and I really dislike that. We're almost done sanding this top. So what I noticed is that this veneer is really thin. So I'm going very lightly and carefully because if I put too much pressure, I'm going to go through the veneer and I'm going to have an ugly look. The veneer is going to be, the wood grain, it will be gone. So I'm going very lightly, switching between 80 and 100. Some areas are really tough, like the middle is really tough, so I'm going to with 100, but I really love the wood grain. So we're almost done, and I had to sand this area as well. This looks like a paper. It looks like this dresser is made out of paper. I don't know what it is, but I have to sand that because it's just paper. We're almost done with the prep work. The last and final step for the prep work will be spraying some shellac in the areas where I sanded, and that is to prevent the bleed through. I just know from the experience that I'm going to get the bleed through around the areas where I sanded. So to prevent that, we are spraying some shellac and then we can dive into painting. From the moment I've seen this piece, I knew it was going to be a light blue color. I just envisioned it as a light blue color with a beautiful natural stain top. And that's what we're doing today. We're going with a Louis blue color and we're using a nice synthetic brush because we're going for a modern finish. So we don't want any texture. We don't want brush marks. We just want a nice and smooth finish. We're using a nice synthetic brush. A nice synthetic brush, super nice. Our first coat is completely dry and now we're going to apply the second coat. So on the second coat, I find my paint much harder application. It goes on much harder. It's harder to spread. So instead of using a spray bottle, because sometimes when I spray chalk paint, it gives me an uneven finish. I'm just going to pour some room temperature water in my can, just a little bit, and I'm going to stir it down and make it less thick. It's going to be thinner, so it's going to go on smoother and nicer. And that's a little trick for a smooth finish that you can do. We're done painting, and now we're going to do a paint wash on this sanded top. So for that, we have some shop towel, we have water, we have a beige paint, and some gloves to protect my hands. So what I'm going to do here is mix a beige color with some water to create a watery paint, and then I'm going to apply all over the sanded top and then wipe it off. It's very important to keep your strokes really long, so you want to apply it all over and then just get a shop towel and wipe it all the way from one side to the other side. Like, you don't want to stop in between. It's a very straightforward technique, a beautiful technique for raw wood. What this paint wash is going to do to this piece is, to this top, it's going to get rid of these yellow tones, because raw wood, when it's protected, it turns even more orange or more yellow, and to prevent that, we're doing a beige wash. Once you apply the wash, like I did, what I'm going to do now is going to even all this out with my brush, as I'm doing here. So we want nice, even coat everywhere, because my back is already drying over here. Another tip is that try avoiding using a white paint, like pure white, because it just doesn't give to the wood natural tones. I prefer for this to use a beige color like I'm using today. We're done painting. I love how this dresser is turning out. I want to keep it very simple. I don't want to put anything artistic on it. There's pieces when I create art. Lately, I'm creating more art and less simple and modern pieces. But I felt like this dresser was just calling for that modern, simple look. So I am going to stay away from any extra stuff to put on it. But since I do love to add stuff on my furniture, I got an idea to just add some beautiful gold foil transfer on inside the doors, just to get it out of my system and to have a little surprise when you open the door. You have a little gold inside. It's not going to affect the look of the dresser overall, but I'm really doing this more for me than for the dresser. Wow. I mean, come on. Come on. Everything is better with gold. And how do I now stop? Here, look at this. It's so pretty. It just adds so much to the piece. After we have done all this work, we have to protect everything. And for protection, I'm using a water-based top coat for my top, because this dresser, it's very long and large, and it's going to get a lot of use, wear and tear. So to have a better protection, we're going with a water-based top coat. And for the rest, for the chalk painted part, we're going with a clear wax. Right here, I'm just applying my first coat of the top coat. I'm not so worried the way I'm applying it, because it's just my first coat. I'm going to apply 3 coats in total, and I'm going to be the most focused the way I'm applying it on the 3rd coat. First one is just to seal the bare wood and seal the pores, and once it's completely dry, I can keep on adding more coats. Just want to take a second and disturb the video to let you know that if you're wondering what's up with all these products I'm using in the containers and cups and everything, well, I just want to let you know that you need to stay tuned, because there is some good stuff coming soon. That's all I can say for right now. what I have here is a lot of modern gold hardware from Amazon, and I definitely want to use these big pulls, big handles on the big drawers. I really love how this looks. And my idea was on the smaller drawers to use this one. But once I put it together, I saw the gold is not matching. This one is more yellow. The big one is just lighter yellow, and that is not a good idea. So I have a backup plan, and that is to use these knobs. And they're actually a perfect match. So knobs on the smaller drawers and big handles on the big drawers. And we're going to attach that, and we're wrapping this dresser up really soon. One thing I love to do in between my top coats is to get this packing paper, or you can get a grocery bag and just go over lightly to buff it and to get a perfectly smooth finish. So when you touch it, it feels so nice and so smooth. So wow, I love everything about it. I am so happy I stuck to my vision of doing it in a light blue color. I love the hardware. I love the simplicity of it. I'm all about doing furniture art, but every once in a while, I love to do a simple and clean project like this one. If you like this video, make sure you leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified every time we have a new video out.